Hey guys, Dustin here, CEO of 630. Welcome to the body fit video for the women's cruiser. Today, we are gonna custom fit the women's cruiser to women 5 feet tall to 6 feet tall. We're gonna take their inseam, their arm measurements, and make custom adjustments so this bike fits their bodies perfectly. We wanna help you at home fit your bike to your body, and also so you know how will you fit on this bike. We're also going to tell you the exact adjustments we make, how high we raise the seat, how high we raise the stem, so you will be able to custom fit the bike to your body when you get it as well. So here we go. We're going to start with 5 feet and work our way up. Let's get started. Before we jump into showing you how we adjust our riders, I wanted to explain how we measure for arm length and inseam. So let me show you how we do this. So Cindy, if you could put your arm up and put it nice and straight. So we basically from the top of the shoulder, we put the tape measure there, and we measure to where the wrist basically connects to your hand, like the end of the wrist. We're gonna pop up an image right after this too, which will kind of show you. So in this case, we're going to put it top of her shoulder, measure to the wrist. It's 21 inches. Now for the inseam, you're going to stick the tape measure right inside your leg to the highest point of where your leg attaches to your body, or your hip, more or less, or in your body. So if you want to stick the tape measure in there, and then you measure down to the ankle. So she's going to hold that. I'm going to bring it down basically right to where your ankle pops out, and that's 28 inches. So, obviously, it's not an exact science when you're measuring yourself, but being generally speaking within the ballpark will be good enough for measuring for our types of bikes. To start us off, we're here with Brenda. She's 5 feet tall. She has a 21-inch arm length and a 25-inch inseam. So Brenda, if you could hop on, we'll take a look and see if it's a fit for you, what we need to do to adjust it. So right now, actually the women's cruiser comes with a reflector on the seat post, and it with the reflector on, you have to raise the seat about a ½ inch to accommodate the reflector. So we currently do have it on the seat. So we'll see how it works for her right now with it on there, but we can take it off to lower it down a little bit if need be. So let's see, sit all the way back, and can you put your foot on the ground? So you can see she's on the ball of her feet, so it's not bad, but she's a little bit more on her tippy toes when stopped than I would like for safety and just for comfort of balance and things like that. So I think what we're gonna do, and the handlebars are definitely a little too high. You can see she's almost got her arms up a little bit, angling up. So we're gonna lower those down. I'm gonna take the reflector off to show you guys how much more it's gonna give her to get her closer to the ground, and then we'll get her back on and we'll take a look at the fit. So if you wanna hop off. So to get the reflector off, it's just a Phillips head screwdriver. So actually it's on this side. Okay. Promise it's not too hard. There we go. Okay, we'll just set this aside. So now we use our Allen key, and this is one of our only women's bikes actually that uses an Allen key to adjust the seat. We just did that for a design element. Okay, let's bring that all the way down for her. And same thing on the handlebars. I'm going to bring this down as far as it can go. Tighten that up. And then we'll adjust the tilt of the handlebars once she gets back on. So if you want to hop on and try that. Okay, perfect. You can see her leg is bent. She's got a nice extension. It'll be great on the down pedal. If you can put your foot on the ground too. There we go. So she's still up on the front of her foot, but not on her tippy toes. That's great for leg extension, so it looks good to me. And then let's see here. Let's just tilt those down a little bit. Sorry, bring it up. What feels best to you? That's a little too kinked in your wrist. Let's see. Can you sit back just a little more? There we go. I'm gonna try like right about there. What I'm trying to do really is eliminate the bend in her wrist, to keep it parallel so she's not like this and she's not like that. We don't want to have her like tweaking her wrist while she's riding. So that kind of keeps her arms relaxed and smooth, and less tension on her arms generally speaking. So how's that feel for you?
Great, I love it.
Cool. All right, so if you want to hop off, we'll take the measurements. So on the seat, we have it all the way down. Now again, one thing I do want to say, Brenda has a 25-inch inseam and she's 5 feet tall. So if you're 5 feet tall and you have a 24-inch inseam or less, it's a high probability that this bike will not fit you. So, or the other piece that is you're 5'1" with a 24-inch inseam, high probability it will not fit you. So we can only be sure that Brenda with a 25-inch inseam at 5 feet, this works for her. So if you need specific information around that, if you do have a 24-inch inseam, please reach out to us. We have some 24-inch models that I think would work better for you. So on the stem, we have the stem raised up about 2.5 inches, and seat post is all the way down. So for Brenda, it's a fit. She can ride. Let's move up to our 5'1" rider. We're here with Maria now. Maria's 5'1", 19-inch arm length, 26-inch inseam. We're going to have her hop on to the women's cruiser and see if it works. So if you want to get on, see if you need to make some adjustments. So we have the reflector. So the women's cruiser comes with a reflector attached to the seat post. And that reflector takes up about 1/2 inch. So we have it on there right now. If we need to remove it, we can, which is going to give us another 1/2 inch to be able to move the seat down. So, but good news is you can see it actually fits. So put your foot in front. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you can see her leg bend is great. And when her foot's flat on the ground, she's up on the top of her ball, but not too much. So this is actually a really good fit for her. And the handlebars come into her body. Actually, I'm going to lower them down just a touch. And then this is just one other thing is on your handlebar stems, there's a little plastic piece that comes in the Allen key here. It's basically for decoration to make it look a little better. You can either keep it or not keep it. It's totally up to you. I like to keep it in there. It just kind of makes it look a little nicer. Okay, try that. I'm going to actually bring it down even more. There we go. Okay, try that. And I'm just going to tilt it a little bit for her. Hold on to the handlebars for me. There we go. Oops. Is that loose? No, not yet. Try that.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. A little bit, just a little bit. There we go. Get her arms in a little bit more relaxed position. And then let's tighten this one. Cool. There we have it. So 5'1", Maria's definitely a fit on the women's cruiser. And let's go ahead and take some measurements so we can tell everybody. So if you want to hop off, just pop this back in there. Okay, so on the stem, we've got it up 2.5 inches. And the seat post is all the way down with the reflector. But if the reflector wasn't there, the seat post would be raised up 1/2 inch. So, and the other thing I'll say about the tilt and the angle, that's really a personal preference. I like to angle the handlebar so arms are in a relaxed position, but it's also up to the rider. Play around with it, see what works for you. Let's move up to 5'2" and see how we need to adjust for her. We've got Desiree now at 5'2". She has a 21.5-inch arm length and a 28-inch inseam. So let's see how we can get this adjusted to fit her. So if you want to hop on. Okay, so you can see the seat is too low already. We have it all the way down right now, and she's got her feet flat on the ground. So that's not going to give her good leg extension while riding. Put your foot on the pedal really quick. There we go. Move it back just a touch. Move your foot back just a little, right about there. Okay. So it's a little too much bend. So let's have you hop off. Hold the bike for you. I'm going to bring it up basically about 1.5 inches. I think that will give her a good extension. Try it right about, maybe right about there. Okay, try that. Okay, perfect. So her foot's actually still, she's still almost got her feet pretty flat. We could raise it up just, can you put your foot on the pedal for me? Slide your foot back just a touch. Yeah, there we go. So actually, I'm going to leave it there because on the pedal, her leg bend looks really good. We don't want to make it too much more straight than that. And then in terms of her arms, actually, we need to bring these up a lot so her arms are a little bit more relaxed. If you want to grab the handlebars, there we go. Bring it down. I'm going to tilt it up. Yeah, there we go. Down just a little. There we go. Okay, so now we've got her back totally upright. Her arms, look at how relaxed her arms are. They're just, fully bent. She doesn't have to tense or anything like that. What I'm trying to do on a cruiser in particular is adjust for absolute comfort and just ease on the body. So I think we've done that. Again, on the seat, if you are 5'2", similar inseam or a little bit, 1 inch either way inseam compared to Desiree, you could probably bring the seat up or down depending. And it would kind of be up to Desiree as well when she's out riding. She may want to bring the seat up a little bit after she gets going, but from looking at her leg bend, this is what looks good to me. So if you want to hop off. So on the stem, we have the stem raised up 3 inches, and the seat post from the bottom of the seat clamp is raised 2¼ inches. So Desiree is a fit at 5'2". Let's take a look at our 5'3" rider. Now we got Amanda. Amanda's 5'3", 22-inch arm length, 30-inch inseam. Why don't you hop on, Amanda? Let's see what we need to do to make it work. Okay, so seat, not terrible actually. It's a little bit low, but not too bad. Handlebars maybe needed to just be tilted up a little bit, but the seat doesn't look too bad. How does that feel for you?
It feels okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. I think it looks okay. I don't want to bring it up too much. She's already on the balls of her feet. Move your foot back just a little bit on the pedal. Let me see the leg bend. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then let's just tilt these up a little bit for you. Try that.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just a simple adjustment kind of takes the kink out of the wrist and leaves the arms bent. So there you have it. Now again, inseam and arm length play a big role in how we adjust the bike. It doesn't mean that just because somebody gets taller, we raise the seat or we raise the stem. It really has a lot to do with inseam and arm length. So you can see from our height ranges of 5'1" to 5'4", it's kind of a crapshoot in terms of how high we put the seat or how high we put the handlebars. So if you want to hop off really quick, I'll just show everyone the measurements. So on the stem, we have it up 2½ inches. And with the seat post, again, we have the reflector on here. And so the seat is all the way down with the reflector. But if we took the reflector off, it would be about a half inch raised. So there you have it. Amanda's a fit. Let's move on up to 5'4". Now we're with Michelle. Michelle's 5'4". She has a 21-inch arm length and 27-inch inseam. And if you've been paying attention throughout the video, you'll notice Michelle actually has the same arm length as our 5-foot rider. So one thing to pay attention to is everybody's body is different, arm length, inseam, and height, but arm length and inseam actually play a significant role in the fitting. So it'll be interesting to see how Michelle at 5'4" fits, how we fit and adjust the bike to her compared to Brenda at 5 foot with the same arm length. So Michelle, if you want to hop on, we'll go ahead and adjust for you. All right. So she's pretty good. I mean, she's up on her tippy toes, but not too bad. Basically, if you can see, I want to make sure that she's not more on her toes from about that part of her foot. And so she's right about there. So I would say it's pretty much a perfect adjustment for the seat of the height, which, if you're also looking back, that's the same seat height as our 5'2" rider. So again, very interesting to see how different heights have similar, different women's heights have similar seat adjustments from the height. If you want to put your foot on the pedal really quick, you can see that's a good leg bend. You know, maybe we could raise it up a little bit if she's really comfortable with that and she wants to pedal faster. But again, I'm fitting for comfort, so I think that's best. It's the safest, keep her balanced, things like that. In terms of the handlebars, I'm going to bring them up just a little bit. Let's bring it up. Go ahead and grab on. I'm going to put them right about there, which actually may be similar to where they were. So, yeah, there you go. It's actually a very similar adjustment to our 5'2" rider. So again, interesting comparisons, shows how much inseam and arm length really play a role in it. How's that feel for you?
Feels good.
Cool. If you want to hop off, I'll go ahead and measure. Okay, so we have the stem raised up 3 inches. And we have the seat at 2 inches. All right, so Michelle's a fit at 5'4". Let's move up to our 5'5" rider. We've moved on up to 5'5" in our rider Jewel. She has a 19.5-inch arm length, 30-inch inseam. Jewel, please hop on. Let's see how we need to adjust. I can already tell you that seat is way too low. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we've got the seat all the way down with the reflector, feet are flat, way too low. So let's go ahead and adjust. Now, in the women's cruiser, it requires an Allen key to make the adjustments. So we'll just put that in there, do a couple turns, and maybe start it right about there. Okay, see how that works? Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, we could probably move it up just a hair if we wanted to. Jewel's wearing some really thin-soled shoes. I think with sneakers, this would be an okay fit. I'm going to leave it there because I think, you know, with a cruiser, it's more about comfort than it is about performance. So more comfortable she is stopping, riding, things like that, the better. Raising the seat would be better for performance and power, but we don't need that in this case. So, and handlebars actually look pretty good. Her arms are relaxed. There's a slight bend. If I want to get this bend out of the arm, I'm going to bring it up just a little bit for her. Sorry, I want to put a bend into the arm. Try that. Yeah, we got those closer to her body now. There we go. So, I mean, you can see now her arms are totally relaxed. There's like no tension in the elbows, no tension in the arms. She's got the bars right there. Wrists are relaxed. Back is totally upright. It's I think a really good fit for Jewel. Really comfortable riding position. So if you want to hop off, I'll show everyone the measurements. On the stem, we've got it up 4 inches, which is just about as high as it can go. And so we still have the reflector on here. If you take out the reflector, we've got the seat, well, including the reflector, the seat is raised 3.5 inches. So if you didn't have a reflector on there, raise it up 3.5 inches. If you do have the reflector, include the reflector in the measurement. Let's move up to our 5'6" female rider and check out the adjustments for her. Now we're here with Jessica, who's 5'6". She has a 30.5-inch inseam and 19.5-inch arms. So if you want to step on, we'll see what we need to do to adjust for you. Okay, that looks a little bit high actually. We're going to bring the seat down just a touch. So if you want to hop off really quick. Just about right there, it should be good. Okay, tighten it back up. That looks a lot better. Yeah. Feel comfortable?
Feels good.
Cool. And then in terms of the handlebars, actually this height looks really good for her. Arms are very relaxed. Back is totally straight. There's no tension on any joints. So for a cruiser, for the women's cruiser, I think it's a really good fit. Feels comfortable?
Yep, feels good.
Cool. All right, if you want to hop off, I'll take some measurements so everyone can see. So on the stem, we have it raised up 4 inches, which is almost as high as that can go. And on the seat, we have it raised up 3 inches, which is including the height of the reflector. So there you go. Jessica's a fit at 5'6". Let's move up to 5'7". Now we have Lynette. Lynette is 5'7". She has a 22.5-inch arm length and a 28-inch inseam. Lynette, if you want to step on, we'll see how it fits. Okay, cool. Go ahead and sit all the way back on the seat. There we go. So you can see she's got her feet almost flat on the ground. She's got a lot of foot on the ground. That's a little too low for her. And you can see too the handlebars are too low. She's got her wrists kind of kinked back, so that doesn't look too good to me. So if you want to hop off, I'm going to raise it up for you. I'm going to bring it up just about 1.25 inches. Let's try it right about there. Okay, try that. Slide your foot back just a little on the pedal. Put on the pedal, yeah. And then can you put on the ground again? Okay, not too bad. I'm actually going to bring it up just a little bit more. So you want to hop off again? Okay, try that. Hopefully that's... Okay, much better, yeah. Okay, so now you can see she's really up on the pad of her foot. It's not too high, but it's great. Can you put your foot on the pedal now? And let's slide it back just a touch right about there. Okay, good. So her leg is pretty flexed, almost straight, but she's got a bend, which would be great on the downstroke. But enough where, you know, she's still comfortable and she's not hyperextending. But we got to get the handlebars up for her. So let's try that. I'm going to raise them up just a touch. Yeah, it's much better. So again, I'm trying to adjust for maximum comfort and also for as much ease on the joints as possible. I want to make sure that she's in a relaxed position. So her arm is nice and relaxed. Her wrist is straight, not kinked. There's no tension on that. Her back is totally upright. Looks good to me. How's it feel for you?
Feels great.
Cool. All right, so if you want to hop off, we'll take some measurements. So on the stem, we have it raised up 3.5 inches. And on the seat post, from the bottom of the clamp, we have it 4.25 inches up. So Lynette is a definite fit at 5'7", 22.5-inch arm length, 28-inch seam, 28-inch inseam. Let's move up to our 5'8" rider. We're with Sydney now. Sydney's 5'8". She has 21-inch arm length and 28-inch inseam. So Sydney, if you want to hop on. Okay, so looks like the seat's a little bit too low. So if you want to hop off, Now on the women's cruiser, you do have to use an Allen key. It's not a quick release seat. So if we just want to pop this up. Let's try that. Okay, go ahead and give that a try. Okay, perfect. So she's up on the ball of her feet. You know, maybe we could lower it a little bit if she felt more comfortable, but I'm okay with that because it'll give her good leg extension. Could you put your foot on the pedal? Actually, it's probably a little too straight, so actually hop off. I'm going to bring it down just a little less than 1/4 inch, get her a little bit lower to the ground. Let's try that. Okay, go ahead and hop on. Yeah, it's much better. And put your foot on the pedal. There we go. So we just put a little more bend back in her leg. I feel more comfortable with that while she's riding so she can balance, feel better for you. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then in terms of the handlebars, actually it looks really great. Her back is upright. Her arms are relaxed. You know, she can cruise around. That's what cruisers are meant for, and it's comfortable. So how's that feel for you?
Feels good.
Cool. All right, if you want to hop off. Let's take some measurements. So the stem is 3.5 inches raised, and the seat post from the bottom of the seat clamp is 5.25 inches. So women's cruiser is a fit for Sydney at 5'8", 21-inch arm length, 28-inch inseam. Let's move up to our 5'9" rider. Now we're here with Sydney. She's 5'9". She has a 22-inch arm length and a 31-inch inseam. So Sydney, if you want to hop on, let's see what we need to do for the women's cruiser. Okay, definitely too low. So if you want to hop off, we'll raise the seat up. Okay. Go right about there. Yep. Okay, try that. Okay, perfect. So you could always, again, comfort. With a cruiser, you're really fitting and sizing for comfort. And if you have pain in a certain area and an adjustment feels better, lower, higher, it's totally about personal preference. When you're talking about speed and efficiency, there's more of an exact science to the way you adjust a bike. So in this case, if she would be more comfortable with the seat lower, I'd be okay with that. I like this leg extension because she's up on the balls of her feet. If she's comfortable, I'm comfortable. If you could put your foot on the pedal, that's a good knee bend, good extension. In terms of the handlebars too, it looks really good. Let's see if we can bring these up just a touch. The closer we can get them to her body and up at the height of her arms, it's going to make her elbows more relaxed. Let's try it right there. That's definitely as high as it can go. Yeah, so now we just leave a little bit more bend in the arm, a little more relaxed, a lot less work. You can see her back perfectly straight up and down. So that's like the epitome of a comfort fit right there. Really relaxed, really easy. Feels good?
Feels really good.
Cool. So let's get you guys some head measurements. You want to hop off really quick? So on the stem, we've got that at 4 inches. And we've got the seat post from the bottom of the seat clamp raised up 5.25 inches. So Sydney is a fit on the women's cruiser, 22-inch arm length, 31-inch inseam. Let's move up to our 5'10" rider. We are with Keely now. Keely's 5'10". She has 22-inch arm length, 29.5-inch inseam. Keely, if you want to step on, let's see what we need to do to make it fit your body. Okay, so foot is definitely a little too flat, so I'm going to raise it up about 1 inch. So if you want to hop off. Let's try that. Okay, go ahead. Put your foot on the pedal for me. It's a little too high. I'm going to bring it down just a touch. try that. Perfect. And if you put your foot on the pedal, there we go. So we have a slight bend, not overextended, not too bad. That'll be great for you on the down pedal. And then in terms of the handlebars, it looks really comfortable. I mean, her arms are nice and relaxed. Her wrists are nice and relaxed. I'm going to bring them, raise them just a little. Okay, try that. The way I try to adjust on cruisers is I try to keep the wrists totally flat so there's no kink or bend, and the arms nice and bent. So it's really, you're just kind of like hanging out and relaxing. I think we've achieved that. How's that feel for you?
That's good.
Yeah, cool. If you want to hop off, we'll take some measurements. All right, so on the stem, we have it raised up 4 inches. On the seat post, we have it raised up 6 inches. So it's a definite fit for Keeley at 5'10", 22-inch arm length, 29.5-inch inseam. Let's move up to our 5'11" rider. We're with Lucia now. Lucia's 5'11", 23-inch arm length, and 30.5-inch inseam. Lucia, please step on and let's see how we need to adjust for you. Okay, cool. So she's pretty similar to our 5'10" rider. I'm going to bring the seat up just a little bit. Right about there, I think is good. Okay, try that. Yeah, that looks good to me. Can you put your foot on the pedal? There we go. So she's got a little bit of a bend, not too much. We could even bring it up just a touch if we wanted to, but from a cruiser perspective, that's okay. Then in terms of the handlebars, again, as we get taller, she's having to reach a little bit more for the bars. So I'm going to raise these up a little bit, see if we can keep her back, because we want to make sure on cruisers you're as comfortable as possible. So there's a max height you can do on stems. So let's bring that all the way up for her. Okay, right there. Perfect. And then we're going to tilt it maybe just a touch up like that. Maybe like right there. Okay. There we go. So that fits. It keeps her back upright. She's still in an ergonomic riding position. Now, there's one option I would suggest. Again, it's the extended stem. What this would do is it'll bring the bars up, and if she wants to actually, with the extended stem, she could probably relax her elbow even more. Well, she can actually relax it a little bit more depending on what she wants to do. There you go. So there's still a bend in her elbow. The key to a cruiser is you want to be as comfortable as possible. So if we were to get that extended stem and gives her another inch or two, it's going to allow for her arms to be even more relaxed. So that's a personal preference thing. This is definitely a fit for her body. She's going to get ample leg extension and she'll be able to ride it just fine. But if you really want to dial in the comfort, that's an option. If you think that's something that would work for you, please reach out to us and we can adjust it or customize for you. So if you want to hop off, take some measurements. How'd that feel for you?
Good.
Yeah?
Good, yeah?
Okay. So the stem is raised up 4¼ inches. And the seat is raised up just under 7 inches. So it's a definite fit for Lucia at 5'11", 23-inch arm length, 30.5-inch inseam. Let's move up to our final rider at 6 feet. We're now with Jade. Jade is 6 feet tall. She's our tallest woman we have today. She has a 23-inch arm length and 32-inch inseam. So I will preface this by saying I've already raised the seat and the stem as high as they will go, so we'll see how it works for Jade. Jade, if you want to hop on. All right, so you can see it's actually good. She's up on the pad of her foot on the front, and if you could put your foot on the pedal. So that's a good leg bend. It's not too bent. It's not too straight. That actually works for her. So that's really great news. In terms of the handlebars now, The higher you get, the higher you're getting away from the handlebars. So I've said this before in other videos. I said it with our 511 rider. An extended stem is an option to bring the handlebars up to allow her back to just stay more upright with a more relaxed arm position. Now, this is an okay arm position. It's not uncomfortable. I just try to get the joints in as relaxed position as possible. But you can see, still in an ergonomic riding position, back is straight, and still has a slight bend in the arms. The wrists are not kinked, so it looks really good. So we've actually left the handlebars the same as our 511 rider. How does it feel for you?
Feels really good.
Yeah, cool. So it's a fit for Jade with one option to customize the extended stem if for at home it's something you like. So if you're 6 feet tall, my suggestion is you could buy the bike and we could help you make that adjustment later if you decide it's something you need. So if you want to hop off. And one thing I will say is if you are 6 feet but your inseam is above 32 inches, because Jade's is 32 inches, if yours is 32 and a half or 33, this is not going to be an ideal fit for you. In that case, you would either need an extended seat post, or I'd suggest looking at a different bike or potentially looking at a men's frame for cruisers. Unfortunately for women's cruisers, they're generally one size, being 26 inch. Other types of bikes are sized a little bit differently, but cruisers work that way. So inseam above 32 inches, we'd have to figure out some customization options. So we've got the stem raised up about 4.5 inches. And we've got the seat raised up the max it will go. From the bottom of the seat clamp, it's 7 3/4 inches. So it's a fit for Jade, and some customizations are available to make it even more comfortable for her. We've just custom fit the women's cruiser to women heights, 5 feet to 6 feet. I hope it's helped so you know when you get the bike what adjustments to make to custom fit to your body. If you still have questions, please reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or you can call us 310-982-2877, because we are here to help and make sure that we can custom fit any bike to your body. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.